for me, yeah.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, another spin.
Hard to line him up when he does that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Mario Edwards able to slump him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go now. Green 39, green 39. Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll set up to throw, escaping the pressure right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 36 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. The gun. They'll look to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! No. Check! Patriot! Hut!
On play action, they'll throw. Aguilar has it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25,
right,
second and 10.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete here on third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Take it in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flush to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Detroit! Detroit! Check.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 30.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll drop the throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. 319.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Gone. Now let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll run it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elliott good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Eagles on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Eagles on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go!
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up a throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey. Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll try and throw for it here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Gone!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Alert! Here we go now! 3-19! 3-19!
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll go again with Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. He'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
3 down. Gone.
Now back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Detroit! Detroit!
4 down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are pouring it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Single. Check 26, check 26. Bring it.
No. Check. Patriot!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Set! Green, 39!
He'll look to throw. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Single, slot.
Gun!
Looking to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot, hot.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
We got three down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot, hot.
Right back to him on 1st down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
4 down, check. 4 down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's going to get it running right. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.